This is Garrick from Red Frog, here to talk to you today about the Slumberjack Snare 2000 pack. Let's take a look. First of all, I'd like to thank Michael from SpotterUp.com for sending this pack over to me. He knows I've got a background in military operations, being a former SEAL team guy, do some hunting and mountaineering, hiking around and things like that. I particularly like this pack. From the moment I took it out of the box, I can tell it was very well designed. I like the Cryptek pattern for one. Not that that makes a good pack, but it's a cool, trendy new pattern. I've got some clothes laying around the house already in that pattern. Let's see, taking it from the top, going down the front of the pack here, we've got some MOLLE up here at the top of the pack on the lid. Got a spot there where I can stick a patch or something like that. I've got this strap right here that a buckle is on. I can place an ice axe or anything else, kind of fairly slender in there. I've got these two big straps right here, or I could cinch a sleeping bag down or something like that. If I choose not to use those straps for some reason, there's also these straps that go down right here that are bar tacked in. So I could use bungee or something like that to strap something onto the outside of the pack. The material is really strong. It's definitely not going to rip or tear if you start cinching down on this thing really hard. Going to the inside of the pack, there's a zipper right here inside the lid, and like a little clip for your keys or something like that. There's two pouches inside of this thing. One of them is obviously designed for a water bladder, and then a strap across the top right here, right there, where I can secure that water bottle, or water bladder, keep it from sliding down inside of the pack. There's another pouch inside here. It looks like it would work well for maps or something else similarly flat. Let's see, the sides of this pack have these two awesome pouches right here. There's some MOLLE right here on the outside of the pack. We're strapping other additional things down. Another strap right there. And as you can see, I'm sticking my hand in between the pack and that side pocket. And then it's sealed down here on the bottom. So I could stick a rifle or something like that in there on each side. It might be like poles, trekking poles, rifle, whatever you feel like putting in there. And then there's plenty of straps to make sure that whatever you place in there gets cinched down really nicely. Another strap up here towards the top, and you can see these go out quite a bit, so I can get something pretty large in there and cinch it down. Going back to this pocket here, there's also a zipper here on the side, and room enough to get my hand inside of this nice big pocket here on the side. The entire pack is 2,000 square inches. It's 25 inches high, which means it'll work really well as a carry-on. So as I was looking at this thing, I realized a lot of times I'll grab a pack about this size and travel with it as well. I like this thing quite a bit for that. So it's geared towards the hunting crowd, but it'll work really well for guys in the military who are doing military type ops. It'll work for the mountaineering crowd, guys who are trekking up mountains like Mount Hood, something like that. It'll also work for the paddle boarders. Stick your paddles and whatnot down in the sides here. Back of the pack is nicely padded. It's not going to dig into you or anything like that when you're trekking around. There's an internal frame right here. There's one bar to add like a little extra support. Stiffen this thing up a little bit so it doesn't fold up on you when you've got it loaded up with a bunch of heavy gear. The pack down, or the belt down here, it's nice and wide, so you can really load this thing up and support that weight on your hips as you're cruising around with it. There's some more MOLLE on the side of the belt, which I like quite a bit. Once again, well designed, well thought out. Often stick water bottles or different things like that there on the belt. Although this thing's only 2,000 square inches and 25 inches high, you can get a lot of stuff in this thing because it's so well thought out. It has enough straps to accommodate virtually anything you feel like carrying. And that's pretty much it. That's the Slumberjack Snare 2000. Badass pack, good for military ops, hiking, camping, hunting. Highly approved. Red Frog approved. Thanks for watching.